that bone. Get that bone. Whoo, it is cold. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the high being only 28 here in Central North Carolina. And we're going to try and do some outdoor projects today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but hey, I've got a day off and I just want to spend it with you guys. So welcome to my channel. I have a mess. Let me flip the camera around and let me show you. Now, this is a vulnerable, that's a hard word to say. This is a vulnerable post because I'm going to be honest and show you what a hot mess I've got in my greenhouse. But in order to winter sow, we have to clean. So this video may be boring to you, but it's necessary for me. I figure if I press record, it'll make me do it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Ooh, even the gate's frozen shut. Okay, so this is my garden. For those of you that are new, I'm Kim, and I am in Central North Carolina, and this garden that you are looking at right here is started all from seed, 100%. I don't buy any plants that go in this space. I start everything with my two hands in a method called winter sowing and a method of indoor seed starting, okay? And it is magical. I'll show you what it looks like. So what you have here is I tried something new this year and leaving everything and cleaning it up toward the spring and just letting nature kind of rest after everything's bloomed. I know there's still seeds. I want to care for nature. I want to care for the wildlife. And so that's why I left everything. I've never done this before. I like neat and tidy. This is far from neat and tidy. But you know what? I feel like I'm doing a good thing, and I care more about animals than appearances. So that's why. However, I don't have the same excuse for why my greenhouse looks the way that it does. And when you see this, please know that you have to keep watching me, okay? Let's make a pinky promise, okay? We're going to pinky promise. You're going to keep watching me after you see it looks like an episode of Hoarders. And we're just going to rip that Band-Aid off, okay? Here we go. Ready? I'm going to flip the camera around. Y'all can kind of get a feel. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yep. So, coolest thing ever. I started all of my winter sowing in here. And I dropped some seeds. I also stored some seeds in here, or some spent flowers. And the seeds, especially the black-eyed Susan, dropped in the cracks. And it started growing in here. There's one of the blooms. And so as it started growing throughout the summer with we had zero water, anything like that. I guess they got groundwater. Well, this is what we're left with. So now we're going to have to tidy this up. But we've got our eye on the prize. I've got to get all my winter sowing containers prepped because it is winter sowing time. So we've got a bunch of these kind of containers we've got to prep and get ready. But first things first, we are going to clean this mess. And I know we can do it. I know we can. By we, I mean me. So do any of you have a greenhouse that looks like this? Please say yes. Oh, look, it's frozen. Wow. It is super cold in here. So a lot of you ask me, as I'm kind of assessing the damage, a lot of you have asked me if I use my greenhouse for things and how I love it. And as you can see, like, I do use my greenhouse to start seeds. Best potting mix ever. I do use my greenhouse to start my winter sowing jugs, but as far as using it to grow things in here and leaving it in here, I don't do that. I don't have a good heater, and I have to run extension cords all the way from my garage, which is all the way up that hill. And so I just don't find that it is really worth it. So I don't use this greenhouse like most normal people use a greenhouse. It was gifted to me. It was the greatest surprise. My daughters gifted this to me, had it delivered, and I didn't even know it was coming. And so, I absolutely love it. I love the fact that I have a place. If I ever decide to use it, I just haven't set up the thermostat. It doesn't seem to work. The heater is a little bit more convoluted than I would love. So maybe that's a good plan down the road. But for right now, it works for what I need it for. I'll turn the heater on to start my winter sowing jugs. I'll work down here, which is why I've got to get it cleaned up. And see, I'm stalling because I'm talking to you, but that's, at least I'm here, which is more than I've done in a while. So I want to encourage you, if you have a space that looks like this, get it cleaned up so you can get working in it. I mean, I've got this space and it's kind of just housing dead plants right now. Okay, are you guys ready for the transformation? Here goes nothing. So much better, and only really took me about 30 minutes. So I've got a beautiful workable space right here for my winter sowing, seed starting. So on this side, I've got all my storage here, my tools, my utensils, my chemicals, my water bottles, fertilizer, that sort of thing. And then I've got a big bin of my winter sown containers from last year that I need to clean. I've got my storage underneath of ones that are ready to go and that are already cleaned from last year or years past. And I've got my tools stored, and so it looks like $1,000,000 in here compared to what it did. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for the motivation. I know if I pressed record, I would get it done, and I did. So what a feeling of accomplishment. I want to encourage you. Any closet you're trying to clean out, or that you've been putting off, any room that needs tidying, if you have a greenhouse like mine, or a garage space or garden space that you do need to clean, I encourage you to get that done. It is such a great feeling, even though it's not that perfect. It's perfect enough that I can get out here and work. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Go out, get your hands dirty, and be on the lookout for all the new videos coming up soon. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're doing, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.